Hi guys, my name is Kuzi. I'm your Zimbabwean babe, living and working here in Ontario, Canada, and welcome back to my channel. Today is all about beauty, guys. Beauty is officially back, back, back. And I am so excited because that's how I started this channel. I started by doing my makeup and showing you guys how I do it and wanting to share tips, tricks, all the things. And I've had a few people reach out to me and say, sis, when is beauty coming back? And today's your lucky day. Stick around because we are going to do a full face of makeup from start to finish. And I'm going to show you the products that I use. I'm going to show you how I use them. I'm going to show you how I place them. And I pray that this video is not too long because you already know how it goes with makeup. Alright guys, so first thing is first, 4 eyes has to go. Second thing, the hair is up, you know, not fooling around. Third thing is I always protect whatever top I'm wearing because ain't nobody got time for that. I think this could work. This is a vibe. So I brought you really close and personal so that you can see every pore, every blemish, all the imperfections that we are hopefully going to make evaporate through this process. So number one is this is currently the primer that I'm using. It's the All Nighter by Urban Decay, and as you can see, like, she's almost out. So I really do use this primer and it works really well for me. The first thing that I do is I do my eyebrows. And as you can see, like, my eyebrows are not perfect. To be quite honest, they kind of just do whatever they want. No relationship whatsoever. And that is just the beauty in doing makeup, is learning how to make them twins, even though they don't like each other. For my eyebrows, I'm loving this brow tint pen. So what it does is, like, it gives my eyebrows those hair-like strokes that we really like. Because right now the girlies are doing like the brow trend with the gel. I'm not going to apply gel today, but I'm going to show you how I achieve pretty much the same effect without the gel. Guys, as you can see, like, this pen mimics like hair-like strokes. So it's like the best thing ever because people used to do a very heavy-handed brow and I used to really like lay it on thick, and I've kind of moved away from that. I feel like a softer brow gives you like a softer appearance on your face. So that's also kind of what I go for right now. Okay, so after I go in with the tint pen, this is my pencil and it is Goof Proof by Benefit. I think it's number 5. I've been using this for years. I swear by it. It's the perfect thing for me, and the number 5 is the perfect color. So what I use this for is to fill in, because I didn't want to be too heavy-handed with the pen, and if there's like some gapping or some uneven things that you're noticing on your brow, this is what I personally use to fix that. But you can use pretty much any brow pen or any brow pencil that you like for this part. I know it's looking kind of rough, but this is where your brows that might actually hate each other become sisters. Go in with my concealer, and I personally, what I use is this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. in the shade Hazelnut. It is an absolute staple for me in my beauty routine. I find a brush has a little bit more precision. So here is where you basically shape out your arc. This is where you determine where your arc is going to be. So after that, I just spread my concealer. Guys, so we're in the month of April, and April is my birthday month. And so Sephora has their, I guess, biannual sale every year around this time. And I'm always like, bruh, because like there's so much happening as we head into the summer. And I'm like, Sephora, why it gotta be April though? Every time. Like I have a lot going on during this time of year. So I'm literally like contemplating if I'm gonna end up getting something. But you also know like there is no way to not take advantage of this opportunity. This sale happens twice a year. So a lot of people literally target to restock all their beauty products or their skincare products in April. And I think the other one is in like October, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm really running out of some of my staple products. So I'm literally like, guys, why Sephora, why? So this is like my concealer brush, and I normally use it for under the eyes, but it's also perfect for right now. So I'm just gonna go in with that and spread that around. It's just nice and fluffy, but also kind of hard, because for a concealer brush you don't want something that is like fickle and not steady. You want something kind of tough, almost like the same texture of a foundation brush, but maybe just slightly softer. But it is not like a powder brush, because you really want to control where all your powder is going. Okay, so this is how the eyebrows are looking so far. I just went ahead and put concealer on the top, and I've got concealer on my hand, and I want to show you guys a trick that I use if I'm a little heavy-handed with my brows sometimes, and I want to lighten it, especially right at the front, because technically you're supposed to have a gradient from lightest at the beginning of your brow, and it should go darkest at the tip. So I was a little heavy-handed right here. So it's actually a trick that you can use, is like the concealer to produce like hair-like strokes. To elevate like the brow to the next level, is I'm going to use, this is a almost finished Maybelline Fit Me concealer. It's one of my favorite brands as well. What I do is I just very lightly, guys, not too crazy, don't be heavy-handed. The last step is just to, and the thing is, you can always come back in and make some adjustments, right? Because nothing is gonna look perfect, but then if you've achieved the general gist of what you're trying to achieve, then you've done an amazing job. So this is how the brows are looking right now. Comment below what you think, and we're gonna go ahead to step number 2. So disclaimer, my eyebrows actually take me the longest out of any of the components that I do in my makeup routine. Comment down below if you're the same way, because I just can't get them to agree sometimes. I just cannot get the twinship going. So the struggle is real sometimes, but we get it done. Okay guys, so the second part for my makeup routine is my eyes. So I'm gonna dive straight in. What I like to do to create like a base is I'm gonna get a little bit of my foundation. And by the way, the foundation that I am currently in love with is NARS. It is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation. There it is. I am a certified NARS girl. So I just go in with my finger right on top of my lid. Because as you can tell, I have naturally really dark lids. So I need to do the prep to make sure I'm starting with like a clean canvas as compared to other people. If you don't necessarily have that issue, then maybe you don't need to do the step, but I do. And very lightly, because this is your eye, remember. You need to use this eye, so just be sweet, just be gentle on your eyes. So as you can see, that is already making like a world of a difference. So after that, I go in with my NARS concealer, this one, and I go over that. Just a little bit, not too crazy. This just depends on where you're trying to take your look. Going in with this brush. This is another semi-firm brush. You know, nothing too fluffy. You want it to be firm enough to spread around. Your concealer or any liquid really that you're using on your face. You want a brush that has enough control that will help you to like spread things around. The setting powder that I swear by, it is the Laura Mercier setting powder. And I'm sure if you're a beauty girly, you've heard a lot of people talk about this setting powder. The hype is real, sis. So it's smooth, it's soft. If you apply it correctly, it doesn't give you any issues. To take a semi-wet beauty blender. Wet is actually not the word. Damp, moist. Yeah, moist. Just enough water, but if you squeeze it, there's no drippage. So what this does is all that cream product that we just applied is not going anywhere. Perfect. The palette that I'm going to be using is my Empowered palette by Huda Beauty, and it is absolutely stunning. I am actually going to dive into the black. Now, to be honest with you, black is a very scary color. You want to be super light-handed when you go in with black. So right now, I'm just staying right there in the outer corner of my eye. I'm taking a little bit extra product, just blending, blending, blending. Right, do you see that? Plain, no action. Action. So this is when I start to get excited. Okay, you guys, so we're done with the black, and what I actually want to do is I want to soften and warm up my brow bone. So your brow bone is just right here, and what I tend to do is I put a transition color, which is normally like a subtle brown, depending on the look that you're going for. So I think I'm going to go in with this brown right here, just to give it like an extra smoke. And super light touch. Remember, you don't wanna put too much. So you're gonna go in, circle, and sweep just across your brow bone. So the transition color will help to eliminate like harsh lines from when you mix up different colors together. Like that black at the end is no longer as harsh as it was. And this brown is just the perfect addition. There we go. Gold, I'm thinking of this rebel color right here. I think that'll be really pretty or cute. But the beauty about makeup is like sometimes a color looks a certain way inside a palette and then on your skin it doesn't show up. So don't hesitate to be like, scratch that if it's not looking like how you want it to look. So we're gonna go in with Rebel and I'm going to like pat. Wow, yes, that is beautiful. This is why, let me tell you, you see what's happening right here? You see that pigment? This is why Huda Beauty like palettes for me, top tier. Hate the pigment. I am a dark skinned woman and all I had to do was boom boom pat and it is showing up, honey. Showing up on my lid and I love that. So I'm going back in with that brown from the brow and just softening that part right there. If you know how to do your placement, have two staple colors that are like your go-to. Somebody says like 30 minutes you need to get ready. You need to know how to do your brows really quickly and do like a quick 1-2. And you need to have at least, I'd say 2 colors, 3 if you want like a transition color, but really 2 colors for your eyebrows where it's like quick, you can get it together really quickly. So for me, I always go for 2 colors. Today it's the black and it's this rebel color. Another occasion it's like a soft red and a brown on the ends, but this combination, you can never go wrong with this combination. So for the shimmer color that I'm going to pick, I think I'm going to go with this color here that says Visionary. It's like a shape-shifty color. So this is what the color looks like. Oh yes. Oh, do you see what that did? It like brought the rebel color that I had underneath to life. What do you guys think? Okay, we're done. We're done because if we keep fiddling with the eyeshadow, the next thing we're gonna do is eyeliner. Don't do a crazy dramatic eyeliner. I like it nice and close, but accentuating like the natural shape of my eye. Okay, guys, so this is usually how I like to do my eyeliner personally. I feel like this fits my eye shape the best. And I am using another NYX product, which really works well for me. Alright, so our eyeliner is done and we're moving on to lashes. You want to put mascara on your actual lashes because if you're like me, at this point you have all kinds of stuff on your lashes. You've got your eyeliner, you've got your eyeshadow on your lashes, and you just want to make sure they are nice and black. I like to put a nice thick layer of glue on here because the disaster that happens, ndiganyimira glue is just something that I do not want to deal with today. So I'm going to be generous. So this is pretty much how it looks if you're putting on your lashes. and you just want to wave the flag until your glue dries. Rush this glue. If the glue is not ready, the glue is not ready. If you rush the process, you are going to ruin all the work that you've put in on your eyelashes and on your eyelid, and you don't want that. You don't have to fix that. That's going to be a disaster. So sing a little song, wave your flag, and just wait for the glue to dry. I get a spoolie and then I push down my own lashes and then put the fake lash. Alright guys, so when you're satisfied with how your lash looks, you go on in and you do the other eye. Comment down below, is it strange for you that I start with like the top going down? Because I know for most people they do the foundation first and then they dive into all the nitty-gritties. I used to do it that way. And what I found is like I like to keep touching things until it's finished. And for me, like the base, which is like your foundation and concealer, is supposed to be technically the most flawless part of your makeup. So because I keep making adjustments until that is done, sometimes like if I have shimmer on my eye or if I have glitter on my eyes, it like sometimes like falls onto my cheek and then it kind of messes everything up. So I just started preferring to do the eyebrows and the eyes first. So when I'm done with my eyes, then I go in with my base, and it is just, I love doing it that way. Tell me how you do your makeup. Like, do you start with your eyes? Do you start with your eyebrows? Do you start with your base? Like, let me know, girl. Tell me how you do it. Ta ta ta, ta ta ta, ta ta ta. You get it, ta ta ta, ta ta ta, ta ta ta.